To start it off, in 1420, Beijing becomes the capital of China. Beijing was beside the Great Wall, which provided protection from any attempts of invading Mongols. So that's pretty cool. Construction begins in the Forbidden City. Scary. Anyways, it was an imperial complex at the heart of Beijing, which actually remained the home to China's emperors until 1912. Beijing had a very centralized government with strong bureaucracy, and China had an imperial examination system specifically designed to select officials with a series of tests to determine who's up to work for the government. So basically applying for the Navy SEALs. China in the 15th century was the leading maritime power. They had some of the most advanced technology, like mechanical steering devices and waterproof bulkheads. Now that's pretty cool. The size of ships and fleets greatly surpassed those of the Europeans or other civilizations. The largest of the Chinese ships were 135 meters long, while Columbus could barely construct a ship that was over 38 meters long. Yikes. In China, the Grand Canal was a testament to the advanced knowledge of the people there. This canal stretched around 1,600 kilometers and crossed 5 major rivers, including the Yellow River, which is important. This canal was built with locks, dams, splitways, and even mechanical devices which pulled boats. The entire city was a center for art, literature, learning, and architecture. In the 1500s, Beijing went on a tour across all of Asia to parade their might to other countries. This showing initial signs of Chinese rising nationalism. Beijing was actually one of the most advanced states in the world, both technologically and politically, especially compared to other prominent cities around the world at the time. Soon after the turn of the 16th century, the first European Chinese explorer, Jorge Alvarez of Portugal, arrives on Linen Island in China. After this initial contact, European trade links with China were inspired. In 1516, Rafael Perestrello arrives in China and reports on the economic potential of the area, which China does not want. The Chinese, however, were not very receptive of the Europeans at first. Upon them hearing rumors of the Portuguese eating Chinese children and non-fiction stories of the Europeans pillaging Chinese villages and taking Chinese women, the Chinese decided to fight back and cause havoc on the Europeans, which is basically what the Europeans did to every other civilization. The development of massive manufacturing industries, such as those for porcelains and textiles, also occurred in the 16th century, and started great prosperity and the rise of a more educated population, particularly in southern China. New regional centers also began to arise in response to the private patronage of arts by wealthy officials and merchants in cities such as Nijiang and Suhao. The widespread printing of books and the development of new types of painting and less formal designs in the creative arts reflect these economic and cultural changes.